having our first annual event, a Warm Feastful Christmas in Joe's here in Detroit. So it is really imperative for trans masculine and trans feminine people to be celebrated during the holiday season. I think it's really important by being a marginalized community that definitely in the time where as its all-time high, that people are reminded to give back to their community and show them a little special support. So that's what we did. Here people can come and get warm coats. Time we'll be here from 5 to 9 today, so I'm gonna show you some behind the scenes and some interviews. Bye, Miss Mouthy. So we here at the event, and I have a special guest. Special guest, introduce yourself.
My name is Madison.
Okay, period. So during the holiday season, what is one thing that is really important, or one of the traditions that you love to do during the holiday season?
Honestly, I like to spend time with my family during the holiday. So most of my close family relatives that I love, like my mom and grandmother and aunts, are passed away. So I leave it up to these family members.
Yeah, thank you.
My LGBT family. So yeah, spending time together on the holidays is always a good thing.
So tell people why it's important for LGBT people to have chosen family, especially during the holiday season.
Well, as you just said, chosen family means people that you've chosen to be your family. You always can't pick your family, but I think we actually got a privilege to be who we are, to choose our family.
Yeah.
My mom is passed on, but I definitely have a mother who's chosen, that I chose, and I can't wait to see her for the holiday. So, you know, you touch my back, get me all emotional. Don't do that to me.
No, okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so it's a really good thing to be able to choose people who you deal with, because sometimes their energy don't match yours, and I learned that from her. Energy is a real big thing now for me. So.
And it is. So speaking of energy, how are you enjoying the Warm Feastful Christmas event this year?
It's very peaceful.
Okay. Boom.
It's very warm. It's very good.
Okay.
It's very nice. I mean, I love what you and Jaleesa do for us. I love everything that y'all do for our community, and it's just a privilege to be here.
Okay. So what is one wish list or item that you would want for the LGBT community as a whole? No, be honest.
But me, I want a lot of weed.
Okay, boom, weed. Okay, so my herbal people out there, 420s, you know, that is a thing, and sometimes that is important,
Why would you say
especially.
that?
No, because I'm honest on my shit. One thing that's important is about like whatever it takes to cope. Sometimes with being your authentic self, it is hard and it's difficult.
I'm laughing, but you are definitely correct, because the reason I said I want a lot of weed, I'm going to need a lot of weed, is because, like my mom, since it's getting closer to Christmas, I wake up in the morning and I just be crying or listening to gospel music, thinking about my mom and grandmother, because those are the only people that actually are like entitled to love you or do anything for you, especially when the holidays come. Your mom always has to make sure you got something.
Yeah.
So now me being an adult, nobody is obligated to do anything for me. So yeah, that's why I want a lot of weed for Christmas. Take my mind off of stuff.
So,
Yeah.
Yes, tell the people how they can keep up with you, Madison.
Okay, if you want to keep up with me, my name is Madison Lee Matthews on Facebook. I also have another page as the backup, Hatari Hanzo. I'm very cool to be around. You know, you can follow me on any one of those social media sites, yeah.
All right, so thank you for talking to me today.
You're
Madison.
welcome. I love you.
Go check her out. And if you want to, get her some weed for Christmas.
Please, I'll take all weed donations.
This your girl, Miss Mouthy. We're going to get some more interviews and show y'all around.
Bye. Bye.
It's your girl, Miss Mouthy. So here's another interview. I got a special guest. I'll let my special guest introduce herself, but I think she's amazing. I've been able to work with her for a year now.
Yeah.
So introduce yourself for the people and tell them what it is that you do.
Excellent. Thank you. My name is Erin Burns. I'm a documentary filmmaker from Montreal. And I'm here in Detroit for the third or fourth time following the amazing work that I've seen Miss Mouthy and Jaleesa doing. This is my first time at the Coat Drive, but I've been hearing about it for years, and it's so nice to be in such a welcoming, good space with everyone feeling good and getting what they need.
That makes me feel really good. Like, tell the people a little bit about like the documentary, or why you were so passionate to want to like even film it.
When I first came here, I heard about some of the work that Jaleesa was doing, and there was nobody doing anything like that in Canada.
Right.
And I thought this could be an example of how people can build trust, build community, build other people up.
Yeah.
And and I'm just, to be honest, the kind of strength and community I see you two building, just it really warms my heart, and I want to show other people that love and bravery, because I think it would bring a lot of other people up to see it.
Oh, thank you. I think that's really important too. Like, honestly, we talk about that oftentimes about like how we don't see representation, or how media portrays trans women in a way that we necessarily don't want to be portrayed. So I really thank you for even taking the time out to honor our story and archive our history, because if we don't have this documented, and like this is stuff that we've been doing, but I think it's important for people to recognize how leaders show up in their own communities without any support, without any like acknowledgement, and that can happen throughout the world if people just lead with just wanting compassion and empathy. So I'm appreciative. So in that spirit of the holiday season, what is some things that you really enjoy?
Something that I really enjoy for the holidays? For the holidays, we do a little something on Christmas Eve, where we just, everybody gets together and you just open one present. You get to pick it, and it has to be a small one. And that's kind of the special one. Yeah, so the real Christmas for me is December 24th.
Okay, cool. That's really good, because I be trying to think of like holiday traditions that I could start with like my family and my friends.
Yeah.
So maybe that might be something we end up. When you think about LGBT people in media, what have been some things that you've noticed or seen?
Some things that I've noticed and seen are, I think I've seen a lot more trans representation in media lately, and it's great for me to see people I know starting to make new things, and not always on the same tone either. Like, I like seeing representation across genres, because there's not one story, obviously, and I just love hearing different voices telling different stories, because there's room for it, and it's so needed.
Right. So do you have an idea of what this will be entitled, so that people can maybe check it out in the future, or not yet?
I don't quite know. Like, the working title right now is The Stand.
Okay.
But that might change 5 times.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. But I just thank you for taking time out to like follow us, and like honestly building a relationship with you and loving the work that you do. I think it's really imperative, just as a woman in media, to kind of see and watch you work and how you go about filming this documentary, that I'm so thankful for. You've been very intentional around making us feel safe, and like not pushing too hard in moments of like, you really capture our authenticity, and I appreciate it a whole lot. So yeah, how can the people, one handle that a person can use to get in contact with you, if you want to be in contact anyway?
Yeah, for sure. I'm at, it's long, it's my name, but it's on Twitter, I'm Marie Burns, at M-A-R-I-E, Burns, B-Y-R-N-E-S. I'm on Instagram, and I just want to say I feel so honored that you let me in and welcomed me, and I'm just really touched. Thank you.
Of course. It's your girl, Miss Mouthy. We're going to go do some more interviews, but check her out, definitely. Yeah, just thank you. Bye.
Not bad. I work for the Fair Michigan Justice Project. I do advocacy for trans women of color, and this is my 7th year doing my annual coat drive, which is my Team of Ed coat drive, which is partnering with Miss Mouthy this year.
Yeah, and so this has a process to be able to like merge the two and like impact change and bring holiday. How did your coat drive start?
So about 10 years ago, I came here from Florida. I saw the disparities that trans women of color go through, particularly in our community. It honestly was a culture shock at this place. Michigan is an at-will state where they can refuse service just because of how they identify.
Right.
So I wanted to, one, have a space where we felt loved and that we could be together for the holiday season, and also be able to give back to our community with just some of the things that I know that they needed.
Yeah. Well, thank you. But during the holiday season, what have you noticed with trans women specifically that becomes like the reason why depression is so high, or like why anxiety during this time impacts us so greatly?
Um, well, one obviously is having resources
Mm-hmm.
to be able to be in a safe space, but outside of the coat, I feel like what we provide is camaraderie and a safe space where now they know they can come every 7 years, whether they have family for the holiday season or not. They know they're going to get a hot meal, a holiday meal. They can come here and talk with their friends. They can
Yeah.
get winter essentials, winter coats, testing. So that was one of my main reasons for wanting to start it.
Okay, so speaking of the holidays, what do you like? What is your wish list, or what tradition do you love during the holiday season?
What tradition? Hmm. I'm Hispanic,
Okay.
so I like to eat a lot of Spanish food because it reminds me of being home, especially when I'm here and can't make it home.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that would be it.
All right. And in spirit of that, what is one thing that you hope? What would be a wish list or a hope that you would have for the LGBT community as a whole?
um, Acceptance and equality within our own community.
Yeah.
I think that as a whole, we always fight so much for equality, but sometimes I feel like the community, the L, the G, the B, sometimes leave out the T,
Yeah.
or sometimes don't even respect our transition or what it is that we go through.
Period.
So I just wish that our community would be a little more insightful with each other and give each other what we want community members to give us, which is just respect. So yeah, I just wish that we could all just come together more.
Okay, so us merging, how was that process? Would you do it again this year?
I would. It was
Okay.
really
All
fun.
right.
Of course,
See,
every single
we
day.
didn't kill each other, y'all.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We were stressed this morning.
We were,
and
but we did it.
Everything that could go wrong
Did.
kind of did. But we are here.
We did.
And it went off without a hitch.
A period.
And it actually was easier this year not doing
Yeah.
it by myself.
Good.
So I'm so grateful.
Yes, I'm glad. Yeah, it just makes me feel really good to be able to do something, especially doing like sometimes as women, we don't get the support that we do. Like doing this work, sometimes you get burnt out and everything, but it's been good to have somebody to share that experience with, to like pitch ideas with, and like look at what we was able to accomplish. So, I'm so thankful.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And that food you brought was amazing.
I'm glad it was good. Okay, so it wasn't no nasty shit that was bland.
It was
so
not that.
It was not cooking for Bay.
That greens was good.
Okay.
I'm taking some of that macaroni and cheese home.
Home, period. So catch us next year to do it all over again. It's your girl, Miss Mouthy. No, let them know where they can find you.
Okay, so Facebook, social media, everything is Julisa Abad, Julisa. Last name Abad, like a bad bitch.
Period.
And I am her.
Okay. So we're going to get some more interviews and we're going to go enjoy this event. Till next time, it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. Bye. Y'all, it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. I wanted to give y'all some exclusive behind the scenes of the different stations that we have while we're here at the event. So right here, we have kind of like the clothing table where you can get purses, different clothes, and different sizes. I think it's really imperative to kind of have a beret because women bodies come in all different shapes and sizes. We got gloves, socks, hats, braids. The first 10 ladies that come actually get a special gift. And so if there's any organizations that's willing to donate, to get behind the cause that we're trying to do, we ask that you hit us up and donate because it's really imperative that Michigan winters can be really, really rough. So we want to be able to supply the girls with winter essentials. So we're going to go over to the other table and I'll show you where the coats and things are. So here we got the coat rack. We got a lot of different coats. I think it's imperative that during the winter, people, you don't want to be prideful. You don't want to have to come and ask somebody for the resources that you need. It's very good to be able to come to events like this, grab what you want, what you like. You don't even have to just get one, right? We have enough coats for people to switch it out, change up your style. Different sizes is unisex too, because we also know that the trans masculine community get left out quite often. So we wanted to be inclusive this year and very intentional about making sure that they get winter coats too, because hell, when it's cold, it's cold. So yeah, this is a little area that we got, and we got food over in the other location, so I'll take you there as well. Okay, and so I'm a foodie. We probably got here close to the end of the thing, so it's not a lot of food left, but what we do have, we got a lot of different desserts. We got the hand sanitizer and utensil stations. We got corn muffins, macaroni and cheese, Cajun fried fish. We have baked chicken, yams, and green beans. And so we just wanted to make sure that people can come get a warm meal, be in camaraderie, and enjoy their time during the holiday season. And remember that somebody out there is thinking of them and really want to like love on them. So all you organizations, I challenge y'all to like show up during the holiday season and do more for trans people during this time, like where depression and anxiety is at its all-time high. So that's it. Bye. It's your girl, Miss Mouthy, and we're still here at a Warm Feasttful Christmas Event, and I have no other than my own son. Son, can you introduce yourself for the people?
Hi, my name is Demetrius Coleman.
Okay. And so, for the holidays, what things do you look forward to during the holiday season?
Just spending time with loved ones. Honestly, Christmas cookies, the cooking, everything. Christmas gives you that energy to want to give, even if you don't have much to give. You will still go out your way to make everybody else, happy, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Holiday spirits.
Okay, so with the LGBT community, why is it so important to have chosen family?
Ooh, because when it comes to the LGBT, we often don't have a real family because we tend to get shunned out or put out or be put in tough situations to where you're homeless or something. So then that's when you venture off on your own adventure, and then you're able to make friends, family. Then you create this close bond,
Right.
to where it's like, this is the family that I was meant to be with the entire time. So
Very, very true. So tell the people like what you got going on. What is it that you are cooking up for the new year? What are you excited?
well, for one, I'm going to be more consistent with the gym because I have been slacking from eating cakes and pies. Also, I want to get into publishing stories that I have inside my head as well. So I'm going to venture off and see exactly how I can dive into that and see exactly like my resources, who can help me out. And, that's about it.
If there was one thing that you could wish for the entire LGBT community, what would it be and why?
I want everybody to just be happy, live in your truth, because it's hard times out here, and the last thing that we need is bad vibes or people trying to impress others by being something or someone who they're not. So I would just say, I just want everybody to just be happy with who you are, be comfortable in your skin, and live in your truth.
Okay. Last question. How can people support more trans people for the holiday season, or just in life in general?
Reaching out, coming out to events like this, because I will be honest, when it does come to the LGBT, the trans community is kind of pushed to the side, to where it's like they kind of get like the scraps or whatever that we don't want. So go out and support a trans event. Go out to any shows that they might be having, any events that they're having to help anybody who's like homeless, who might need help. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. Let the people know how they can get in contact with you.
Well, oh gosh, I do have an Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot the name because it's everything that's going on.
Well, y'all know his name.
But if y'all see me, go ahead, follow me, follow Miss Mouthy as well, because she is doing amazing things. I am so proud of you. Like, you have come a long way. I am so proud of you. I love you so much. So please love and support her the way that I love and support her, because this is a ball of sunshine. I kid you not. And thank you for allowing me to, be here and support.
Of course. It's your girl. We're going to do more interviews. So stay tuned. Bye. Hey, it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. I'm still here at the event. I got my wonderful special guest here. Special guest, can you introduce yourself to the people?
Hi, my name is Kaida, and I am a friend of Miss Mouthy.
Yes, period. So thank you for coming to the event.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's my first one, so all the support I get, I'm just so thankful and proud of. But tell me, I know you don't celebrate the holidays, but what do you think is different about this holiday compared to your other ones?
Different about this, I get to share this holiday with like friends and family that I really appreciate and admire. Like last holiday, did not look so great.
Okay.
I spent it alone, I think.
Okay.
So,
that's the reality of a lot of people in our community,
yeah,
though.
it is.
So.
And I'm blessed to have you and
Thank you.
everyone else to be around.
I just adore you. Your support means a lot to me because one, like our friendship is new and developing. But why do you think it's so imperative for men to step in and support trans women?
Why do I think it's Why do I
Like,
think
what
it's
makes
important?
you want to support me? Like, why do you feel like you want to support me with me being a trans woman?
You just have a dream and you have a goal and you have a passion. And it's not just because you're trans. It's just because you're a person that has wants and a desire. You don't want to just sit down on the couch and just live a regular life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to go out and you want to get it like everyone else. So that's why I support you.
Speaking of, thank you. Speaking of dreams and aspirations, what are some of your dreams and aspirations? Because I think you uniquely have a passion and a career goal that I don't see too often. So,
My dream and my aspiration is to be a professional wrestler.
period.
It's something that I want since I was younger. Like, I can't see myself doing anything else but that. And I'm working towards it. And you is a person that working towards your dream, not even working towards it, you're living out and doing your dream. And it shows me that I can pursue my dream and I can make it possible.
And you can, and you're going to. And I'm gonna be right there in the fans, like, screaming ahead. But also, it's just been really important throughout the holiday season for me to like show that I can do something, right? So like when you think about your dreams and aspirations, I want you to know that like if you can dream it, you can definitely achieve it. And like people may not know a lot about Miss Mouthy now, but 5 to 10 years from now, the whole world gonna know who I am. So just keep going for everything that you see for yourself. But what made you decide in the moment, or what wrestlers do you admire or look up to?
The wrestlers that I admire and look up to, like, this is many. There's a whole bunch now. Like, we gonna be here for a long time. But if I had to wrap it up to, like, I would say 4, it would be John Cena, Randy Orton, newer wrestlers like Leo Rush, Chris Bay, and I said 4, didn't I?
No, you just said the few.
Yeah, that's 4. I'm just going to add 4.
Okay.
But those are what. Those are a few that just really like make me want to go and go out to do it, pretty much.
Okay. So, we gonna be looking back on this for years to come.
Look at
you
you.
professional.
Be like, ooh!
Yeah, look at us. But I think it's really imperative that, like, as a young black man, that we show representation through every field, right? So, as a trans woman, I want to see more trans women in media. As a black man, I want to see more black wrestlers. Because I think visibility is really imperative to change things.
Yes.
Is there anything in the wrestling culture you would want to see more of?
Like you said, more black people in the field, honestly.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I didn't see a lot of people like me, really. I seen a lot of, Caucasian wrestlers and stuff like that. And I never really got to see too many black wrestlers. Nowadays, you're starting to see more of them on the uprise.
Okay.
But I would just like to see more because it's just so many, Caucasian wrestlers that are champions and got all these big, like, accomplishments. And when you compare it to the black wrestlers who accolades, they've done a lot, but it just doesn't really so much compared to the ones that, that been there and got that chance to really do that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let the people know how they can get in contact with you.
So you can get in contact with me through Instagram at EAW8121 and Snapchat at KLASI3. And that's LASI. Hey, LASI3.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you again for coming.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate you so
having me.
much. Of course.
Oh.
It's your girl, Miss Mouthy. We're gonna
Yes,
go
it is.
We are going to go enjoy this night, so period. Bye. Hey, it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. We at the end of the event. I'm going to thank all the people who contributed, donated, supported our vision. I also want to thank Delisa for being a part of this with me and us collaborating. It shows that women can work together and actually make things possible. I think for all the women who attend today, I really thank them for coming out and just trusting in us and our ability to kind of like put something together for them, right? So ultimately around this holiday season, y'all, love on one another. Know that like it takes a community to make a community better. So whatever you have, if it's small donations, if you have a way of giving somebody a ride, or just making sure you're available for a conversation, be there for your community. Be there for your sisters and your brothers. During this time, just check on them because you never know what battles people are facing during the holiday season. So it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. And even when you what? Don't see me, you hear me. Until next time, bye.